What? Ma'am? Do you have something to say? Oh my goodness. What? Hey. She's a needy one. No, that's not why I put that there. Kittens. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, the video is titled Roasted. Putting context into comments for a reason. Because here's the thing. A lot of times we see kitten rescues on the internet or fostering, and we see beautiful, pristine setups with clean and beautiful areas. And you know what? That's just not how it is, right? Look at this girl. Hi. Kittens are messy, stinky, loud, wonderful, beautiful, a fun time, but you're not easy, and sometimes you poop everywhere. Oh, this is garbage plate, by the way. So today I wanted to go through some comments that were left on some of my YouTube shorts, specifically the video where these guys, I say good mornings to them. Also, the Garbage Mountain video. Oh, hello, look at this girl. Oh my god, you're so precious. The Garbage Mountain video. And I want to start out by saying, these don't actually bother me. Wait, you know what? No, that's not true. It doesn't bother me because I feel attacked. It bothers me because I feel like we have still a very long ways to go in terms of the world understanding what foster and rescue looks like. So, without further ado, let us hop straight into the nonsense. I love nonsense. Do you love nonsense? Do you want to join too? There. Okay. Now, without further ado, getting by. Islands in the streets. That is what we are. We're gonna start with the video with the sick dinks. That is actually linked. I will have that linked. There's like a little thing I can put right here. Or is it right here? I don't know. It's at the top here. You can go watch that and then come back for the context. Bestie, that is a bad idea. Oh, thank you. Mary, maybe you shouldn't have put that there. Yeah, but it's there for the goofs and the gaffs. Damn. You see how this is a bad idea? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Thank you, Mama. Without further ado. And I also want to put a disclaimer. If I see that any of you are responding to or harassing any of these people, any of these comments, if you happen to find them, and I see you doing it, I will block you from the channel. So don't do it. We don't want to do that. Remember, it doesn't really bother me. It just bothers me that we have not been fully educated. So that's what I'm here to do. And I have Mama. Look at Mama. Oh my gosh. We're quite a few minutes in and haven't even started. Okay, the first comment says, these babies are sick. I'm thinking dehydration, especially the kitten over there by itself that's quote unquote tired. Mama, this is not a scratching post. Healthy kittens don't smell. And here's the thing. Number one, Mama, that's not, do I need to get you another scratching post? Mama? Here's the thing, they're right. Healthy kittens do not smell, and these guys smelled awful. And yes, they were very sick. Sometimes pointing out the obvious makes me giggle. Next comment. Gross. Doesn't look like you're rescuing? Gross. Doesn't look like you're rescuing? I cannot say this word. Gross. Doesn't look like you're rescuing those kittens. It looks like they're being tortured and captive in a vile environment. Dun dun dun. So that one really made me laugh because I don't know if any of you foster parents can relate, but when you have 5 tiny babies, small baby, and all 5 of them are just having liquid diarrhea come out their butt. Liquid. I mean, they could just be standing in one spot and it just comes right out. And in addition, we have Mama having liquid diarrhea. There's just a lot going on at the same time. And then on top of that, they're sick. And then on top of that, Mom isn't producing milk. And then on top of that, they're brand new and we didn't really have any other place for them to be, so they went into my extra large dog crate. Okay, all of this together, it's important to remember that when you are fostering a group of that nature, it is nearly impossible to keep any and all spaces clean. I mean, I'm pretty sure with this video, when I went in to record them or when I went in to feed them and then recorded them while I was doing it, I had cleaned that pen not only a few hours later. And I had cleaned it the night before. So I was cleaning their pen and refreshing their blankets every few hours and refreshing their pee pads every few hours and also refreshing their litter every few hours. They were just disgusting. These comments are not helpful, but it's also important to remember and put into perspective. There was a lot of little poop making gremlins in one space, and they were making a lot of poop. So even if you did your darndest to keep that thing clean, it was not gonna be clean without driving yourself insane. Next, I had a lot of comments like this. Take them to the vet and get their eyes examined. Give them a bath, they need drops for their eyes. Is their eyes okay? Hopefully their eyes weren't destroyed. It looks like they may be spreading in eye infections, etc, etc, etc. So if you are new here, hi, I rescue kittens. And I know most of these comments, and I do appreciate most of these comments are people just concerned. People just assuming people don't know, which is fine. But I need to be very clear about all of the things that occur on my page. If you see a sick kitten, you can 100% guarantee that that kitten has either been seen by our vet or I am in close contact with our vet about said sick kitten. All of our kittens, because of you guys, are able to receive exceptional kitten care at every stage of life. Like Disco Ball. Whoop! Look at this belly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone who's on my channel gets to see the vet. I just need you to know that, okay? I know a lot of these comments are not gonna be people who ever watch me again, but just so you know, don't worry, everyone's being taken care of. Again, another comment. What are you doing? Ma'am! Get down from there right now. Oh, you are so naughty. Garbage plate. Look at this. They have, again, speaking of messes, you guys have just ripped this apart, huh? This has been ripped to shreds, just absolutely destroyed. We probably need to get them another one. Oh my goodness. Fostering. I would comment on my Marlboros like usual, but I'm editing this one, not Kay, so I can't add any fun transitions. I don't know how to do them. So another comment was, and this happened a lot, please get them in to see a vet. Some of them have extremely bad eye infections. I believe you have good intentions, but if you're going to do animal rescue, you have to do it properly. Otherwise, you are not helping. You're making a bad situation worse. And I agree completely. Semicolon, however, comma, that is not me. I do think a lot of times people have really good intentions and it ends up just being a bigger thing that they can handle. Trust me, we deal with it all the time. And that's something that we have to keep in mind when it comes to fosters and rescuers and people who run nonprofits, like all these things. When you call on them for help or when they are responding to something, they are likely already slightly overwhelmed themselves. And it's one of the hardest things to do in rescue is to know when to say, actually, no, I cannot do that and I'm so sorry. And understanding that your no means that those animals may not get help. And that really sucks. But in order to not create more problems than you're solving, you can only do how much you can do. And that is that. And that there's, itchy face. And there's no way around that. There's no way around that. Here's a girl's girl who gets it. Recently had 4 kittens and mama come through and all 4 of the kittens had diarrhea on their backs. That's what I'm saying. A girl's girl and they get it. Another comment. So another comment on this video was about mom and babies. Shameful rescue. Mom has no milk and you are not bottle feeding those less than 6-week-old kittens. They smell. No wonder the cage is filthy. You're not cleaning the kittens and not treating their eyes. These are bold assumptions. First of all, no one would take a bottle with this crew. I think you all remember that. We had to force tube feed little Rabwitch and Aries here. I have addressed the cleaning allegations earlier, but basically, don't assume the worst everywhere on the internet, especially someone who rescues cats. Let's find some fun ones. Oh, actually, this is a not fun one. This is what I want to say, don't do this. The way I've helped kittens with upper respiratory infections was to add a cap full of organic apple cider vinegar to their water and use a mixture of apple cider vinegar with warm water to clean their eyes with paper towel or cotton ball. No. If your kittens have eye infections, you should be treating them with what your vet suggests. And As a non-vet vet student, I can almost guarantee you that no vet would recommend you using apple cider vinegar for the eyes. So get eye meds, work with your vet. That's very important. See, the end of the comment, the end of the comment proves my point. It does burn for a minute, but after the initial burn, it doesn't bother. It really helps. I don't want to be burning their eyes, guys. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. Here's another do not do this comment. Please check the kitten's eyes are all open. 2 kittens still need their eyes cleaned by new mommy if she doesn't get to them. The kittens could be blind in the closed eyes. You could help mama by using a cotton ball with warm water, blah, 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 blah. I took care of 3 newborn kittens whose mom got hit by a car. The kittens were a few days old. Their eyes were still closed. One kitten's eyes were completely closed, the other 2 were easy to open. When you find kittens that are less than 3 weeks old that kind of look like this, they're bottle babies, do not, unless there is an eye infection and you are instructed by your vet or foster coordinator, open those eyes. They are still developing under those eyelids. They need more time to develop, and if you open them prematurely, they can actually have eye issues later in life. So if you find a kitten that's less than this age and their eyes are closed, their eyes are closed. Let them open on their own. Good job, mama. Mama's an athlete. Please, someone said, please never describe poop as soft serve ever again. Boy, are you gonna be disappointed, because that is typically how I describe poop. Okay, those are all the comments for the sick dinks. We're gonna move on to Garbage Mountain, which I will link here for those of you who don't remember Trash Mountain. Sorry, I'd like to say that my camera died, but I recorded the second half of this video and realized I was out of focus for the rest of it, so that drove me crazy. We're gonna finish up the other half of the video and move on from the sick dinks onto Trash Mountain. And for those of you who don't remember Trash Mountain was a colony that we trapped at earlier this summer that we got 9 kittens from. We had Girl Boss, Gaslight, Gatekeep, Fraud, Embezzlement, oh, I'm out of order. Fraud, racketeering, grand larceny, Ponzi scheme, and embezzlement. We took all of those kittens from Trash Mountain and brought them to my house, and they were very sick and very spicy, and this was one of the first videos that I posted about them. And yeah, people roasted me in the comments. So the last comments were kind of more like, hey, I'm giving you context. These comments are more like, roasted. The first comment says, maybe they aren't behaving because they have the worst names that anyone could possibly choose. Honestly, I think it's kind of a game at this point. I like choosing off-the-wall names because, one, it shows up a little bit better when I put them up for adoption on Pet Finder. People are like, you chose to name them what? But also it really bothers some people. For example, my partner. Anytime I tell him a name that I have selected and it's off the wall, he's like, that's a stupid name. And I'm like, I know, and it bothers you, and I kind of love that. It's not the little things in life, you know? Next one, no way she names the kittens Gaslight, Gatekeep, and Girl Boss. Thank you. Thank you. Next, these are the worst cat names I've ever heard. I don't know, man. I feel like they're pretty good. All of my life, I grew up with a cat named Kitty, and guess what? I named her, so I feel like I've really moved up in the world. Cringiest Reddit tier names I've ever heard. But they're cute, and you know what? Thank you for saying that they're cute, because if you said they had awful names and they were ugly, we would have to fight. But because they have awful names and they're cute, we're good. All good. Another person said, bro, I can literally smell your house from here. And you know what? That could be fair criticism. However, we do a pretty good job of keeping our house clean despite the cats in the house. And sometimes, yes, we have a very stinky crew. Like right now, the dinks are still, they are back on the diarrhea train because we don't really know what's going on, but we're trying to fix it as best we can. And they do stink, and they do stink. But in general, when you walk into my house, the only reason you would know I have cats is because you would see cats, not because my house smells. So that is a misconception. How dare you carry on that stereotype? A little rude. The next one is such a compliment. These names are so Gen Z. I love them. She says in millennial. It's probably pretty obvious though. I think I have a lot of tells. You know, they say that there's the millennial pause at the beginning of a video. I make it seem like I don't have that, but I do. I just edit it out because I can't handle that type of wrath from you all. And then the final comment. To pull everything together, that wasn't actually on that video. It was on the video where I did the Pan Luca Panic video. and someone left this comment, and I think it just sums up kitten rescue so beautifully in its entirety. Every room is a panic room if you just give me enough time. And it doesn't get much better than that, folks. It does not get much better than that. Alright, thank you guys so much for checking out and watching this week's video. I always appreciate it. Please say hi to Disco Ball. She's hanging out. Thank you. We're having the best time. I know someone suggested in the comments that I didn't read that they missed like my day in the life vlogs. I didn't know if that's something you'd want to see right now because I'm in school, but if that is something you want to see, you can leave that in the comments below, or if you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, you'll just be getting what comes out of my brain. Could be good, could be bad, is what it is. But anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.